Hello everybody, welcome to the one and only Sabretooth show. I'm your host, Sabretooth, and we have a special guest today. We actually have two special guests today. We'll bring them out very shortly, but first I just want to say that this is the first ever episode of the Sabretooth show where it's kind of like a podcast. We'll have special guests, even though it's probably going to be limited. And obviously this is presented by Pickle Productions, so shout out to them for giving me a show or a podcast, I guess. But yeah, let's get right into it by welcoming our first guest, which you should know if you're watching this. And of course I'm talking about the Gerard Pickle. So yeah, let's bring him out right now. Hey, what's up, man? Hey, okay. So we are here with the Gerard Pickle, MP3, better known by. So we have a list of questions for you. You know, we're just gonna interview you, obviously, typical stuff. This is the first public interview with you, I believe. Yeah, that would be. I don't really do all that. I don't really do all that, you know. Okay. Well. First question, just how you been, man? It's been a while since we heard from you. I've been pretty good. I've been busy. I've been locked in on stuff, Yeah, I can imagine you have been with, the new album and all that. Yeah, it's been crazy. Okay, any concert announcements? Are we gonna get any concerts anytime soon? That is I was actually just thinking about that as I was driving here. I'm not gonna lie. Not driving here, but fine. You get the point. I honestly don't have any concerts planned. I definitely will try and get some concerts going. Once Bacardi releases, we'll try and make some of those. But right now, I haven't really put too much thought into it. So. Right now, no, I have no announcements for you. Just know that there will most likely be some in the future. So, yeah. Okay. Can we preview a beat from you? I'm not doing all that. I'm not doing all that. You gotta wait. You gotta wait till the album releases. Not even just like a snippet. No, that's the same thing as a preview. No, like a snippet of one instrument, like one track on a song. Like the guitar, the backing guitar on a song. I don't care. I just want to hear something. We just want to hear something from an unreleased song. Okay. All right. How about this? At the end, I'll play. Like at the end of the entire interview. Like I know, Red Puppy's gonna come in as our second guest. He's gonna answer a few questions. Not as many as you're probably gonna ask me, but after that, obviously I still would be here. Answering questions alongside him. You can just remind me, unless I remember, and then I'll play a little snippet of a song to close out. How about that? All right, that sounds good to me. You don't get to know what song it's from though. You have to guess when it comes out. All right, that's fair. Okay. Next question for you: has Solace asked you for help with his mixtape? Ooh, that's an interesting question. No, he has not asked me for help in any way with the mixtape that he's making. Obviously, it's special business, serious stuff, and he's doing it on his own. Actually in secret, overall in secret, like nobody knows he's doing it. Well, except for us now, I guess. But yeah, it's gonna be that's gonna be one heck of a mixtape. I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna be crazy debut, for sure. I've previewed some of the songs. He showed me them. That's about as much help as I've had in making it, or as much input as he's allowed me to give, or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, it's gonna be good. Okay. First we got our first Bacardi. Well, technically second, but first Bacardi question. How many tracks are on Bacardi? Is that a question that you can answer? Well, I'm trying to think. Okay, it's a very I gotta really think about this. As of right now, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There's 14 tracks on the album right now, but it might go down to 13, it depends. I might get rid of one song. Actually, no, I lied, it is gonna be 14. That's final. That's final, yes. Yeah. It's gonna be longer than my first album. It's gonna be twice as long as my first album. And I wanted to keep it at least 14 because I wanted to be able to say it's double the size of my first album. That's how you know we're going big. You know, like I wanted to be able to say that. So yeah, definitely it's gonna be at least 14 songs. No doubt, yo. Okay, that's a good sign. That's a good sign. We're gonna get a lot of content out of it. Yeah, we're gonna get a lot of content. Okay, so let me see. Do you have any new Picali or Death by Pickling updates? Well, Death by Pickling, I haven't seen anybody bring that up. They all just kind of forgot about that. Well, not me. I didn't forget about that. Sorry, I'm moving the mic. Okay. All right. Well, we'll start off with DBP, Death by Pickling. Actually, no, we're gonna wait on that. We're gonna talk about Picali because that's what everybody wants to hear. New updates. I mean, I'm working more on the beats, trying to get them perfect, and then I'm gonna probably record all the vocals in one day. Well, I gotta obviously write the lyrics and all that, but then we're gonna try and do that all at once. So I'm focusing on the beats right now, trying to perfect those. I might work on one song at a time. Because I'm not gonna lie, that previous method is a little inefficient. But I don't know, I just gotta be in the mood. You know, I like getting vocals all done at once because I'm rarely in the mood to do vocals. I'm really in a time and place to do vocals, you know. Like a noisy environment, all of a sudden I'll be like, man, I could really go for doing some, you know, vocals and all that. But then, yeah, I can't obviously do it in public. So, yeah, I've tried to do it all at once, but other than that, I'd say Total Songs complete. Total Songs complete on it. I'm trying to think about that. I might have to count again in my head. I'm sorry. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 songs done. 4 of them are singles that have already been released, and then 2 of them are songs that aren't released to the public. Okay, so you haven't done a lot. Well, no, I have done a lot. I actually have like pretty much every song. At least like a bass version of the beat made. Maybe not the final version, but pretty much every song is done, or at least started with at least like half progress done. So no, I'm definitely cooking. All right, DBP. Honestly, I haven't really put much thought into it. I've been focused on the album. It still will release, I think, but yeah, I haven't really done much thought of it. I have pretty much all the beats done for that too, because it's much shorter and it's kind of easier to just kind of focus on that for like an hour, well, not an hour, like a day, you know. Okay. Well, you kind of already answered this question, but are you still planning on releasing DBP, and will it still be before Picali, like it was originally supposed to? It should be released before Picali. That's gonna be a little tight because I haven't done much work on like the vocals or the lyrics for that, and I really want to get it good because that's kind of like a story, you know. I already released the jar, so I only have to do 3 songs, but still, I have the beat done for at least 1 song. I think I have it done for like all 3 actually. I just haven't polished the other 2. But it's basically half done. But I don't know when that's gonna release. Hopefully before Picali, but whether it'll be like a week or a day before, which it won't be a day before. I'm gonna make sure it's not a day before. If anything, I push Picali just so I can release DBP and have time in between, at least a week. It has to be at least a week in between. So yeah, okay, but we're still gonna get it. Yeah, no doubt about that. Okay, what is your favorite track from Bekai so far? You can just give us like a number, unless it's one that's already been released to the public. Ooh, that's a good question. I'm gonna. Oh, actually, that's a good question. There's a lot of bangers, you know. I'm trying to think. Well, okay, I'm gonna say honestly, my favorite tracks. Just got the jar, get back in the corner, and everybody telling me that love's a star. I think it's kind of absurd. Everybody wanna go they're either Nerd Mania. I like Nerd Mania. Still a Big Dough would be my third, but it's either Nerd Mania or the first track, which obviously is not known to the public, but it will be soon enough. But the first track is very good. I think that's probably my favorite track on the whole album, at least so far that's done. You know, yeah. We'll be looking out for that. Obviously, we won't have to wait long to hear it when we're listening to the album. But yeah, okay. Next question. Do you still have any beef with Yada Buns? You know, obviously you threw some shots at him and Gerard, and they even have a single off the album that targets at him. Will we hear more songs with shots fired at him, though? Or will it just be okay now? Sorry for that. No. Honestly, we resolved things. Oh, Yada was even thinking about making an appearance on the album, and I haven't found a spot to put him in yet. But maybe if either a feature drops out or I'm making a beat and I just kind of like, wait, he would snap on this. And I'll call him up and get him on. But it would be crazy if we could get him on a song. You gotta make sure that song is right after Okay Now. So it's like the shortest beef ever. Yeah, that would be funny. One song just the next song he's on it. Okay, alright, this is a pretty important question. You know we're getting to the end of the questions by how important this one is. Any updates on Pickle Pursuit, the detective? You know, the show? Yeah, actually I got some big updates on that. So, the first few episodes have like the full script written. No filming has started. No filming has even been thought about like starting. But you know the story is there. The entire story is basically complete. Just gotta script out the episodes and all that. But yeah, it's been kind of an afterthought so far because we've been busy with the music, which is more important to me. So yeah. Okay, and is PPDD Season 2 still planned to happen? That's, Sorry, I'm like, trying to think about it to answer that. I would say, I don't know how to explain this. With the okay, so, PPDD, and like, reception of it was like, you know, it was well received, everyone liked it, yada yada, but outside of the inner circle, there wasn't that much of my inner circle, there wasn't much of an audience, as compared to my music, where every song is putting out a good amount, or it's getting a good amount of like attention and all that, but the show just didn't really pick up outside of my inner circle again, as I said. So the chances of Season 2 ever releasing, at least soon, is very unlikely. The more likely case is that it'll get adapted into a comic or like a book, probably a comic or a graphic novel or whatever. And the story will be told that way, will be finished that way. With instead of episodes, it's just, you know, different editions of comics or whatever. Just because I've been more focused on music, and honestly I haven't found a passion for making movies. Like obviously I like making them, I like directing, but I prefer music videos or short, like very short films. And actually we had a new, I can't talk about that, I'll talk about that when I make a new announcement at the end. But yeah, it's right now most likely just going to be adapted into something else. But I don't want to leave the story open-ended like we did with a cliffhanger and just have it like that. Because I want to, my inner circle, my friends, all that, they want to know what happens, and I don't want to just leave them hanging like that. Okay, well that's a big update. Can you tell us which songs are top priority for a music video? Top priority, I actually had a list. I don't remember what it was, but I could probably piece it together if I think about it for long enough. I know Still a Big Deal is definitely one of them. That is like 100% one of them. No doubt about that. There's that. Definitely gonna be a few tracks off of Picali. Probably the first track again. As I said, I'd love that track. That's a good one. I think for a second. Probably piece together. Nerdy with a capital D from Gerard is definitely gonna get a music video. Hopefully it's released before everything else. Undillable might get one. And that's probably my 4 or 3 or I don't remember how many I just said. But yeah, the jar is gonna definitely get one. Undillable will too, I'm sure, but yeah. Most viewed songs will. Okay, we're just gonna leave it at that. Go next question. Okay. Let's look at this. You guys can look out for those. In 3 years when he gets to it. Yeah, basically. Okay. This is a big one. This is a big question. Ready for this? When can we expect Picali? Okay, you're just getting right straight to the point. Okay. Ooh. I gotta think about this one. Do I wanna reveal it? Do I not wanna reveal it? Okay. I'm gonna circle back to this question at the end of the show again. Right when we preview the new track, I'm gonna announce it, the release date, at least the planned release date. And it kind of sets a timeline for when DBP is gonna release as well. Obviously, I'm just gonna say this, the album will most likely release in the same month, like the announcement month, but it might not release on the same day, it might release later. More or less for DBP's sake. But it might even be delayed more, like everything else has been. But I hope it doesn't get delayed. And I hope I still have passion to work on it. I'm not too busy. 'Cause I've been busy with other like external things. So that's why it's taking so long in the first place. But yeah, we're getting very, very close to the release, and it will be the first half of this year for sure. Before summer is the hope, and hopefully the guarantee. But yeah, okay. We'll get back to that. So finally, any new announcements? Anything you want to announce to the people in general? We had a movie in development. It's currently paused right now, but there are definitely plans to continue it. It's a heist movie, I say that, and I don't remember what it's called. Actually, I do. It's called The Jar. I announced it on YouTube as a post on my computer, like on the community tab, community post called The Jar. I think I might have made it private actually, because I didn't want to announce it yet. But yeah, it's called The Jar. It's a heist movie. It might yet again get turned into like a comic. That might happen with all the planned cinema things and all that, or even books, graphic novels or whatever. I mean, I've been good, man. I've been pretty good. I haven't been that busy, so I've had a lot like time to hang out with friends, do personal things, just enjoying life to the fullest. Obviously, I haven't acted in a long time, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm happy. I'm happy right now, man. That's good to hear. Do you ever plan on making solo music? Solo music? Man, nah. Honestly, nah. I don't really plan on that. I wasn't even supposed to be on Eden, or the album in general, but I low-key, after MP convinced me to do Eden, this would be fun to do, get your name out there, and I did it, and I low-key loved the song. I low-key loved being on it. I enjoyed it so much that I was like, hey man, you really want me to be on another song? I got you, bro. So, he had me feature on obviously a few more songs. I definitely will still collab with him in the future, but I don't ever plan on making solo music. It'll only be features from, friends, good friends, man. Okay, glad to hear that you're at least open to doing it, like at all. Do you miss acting on PPDD? Yeah, man. Actually, I'm bummed out that the Heist movie also got canceled because I was supposed to be in that. Well, not canceled, but delayed indefinitely right now. We'll see how things go in the future, but both are delayed. Neither are confirmed to be discontinued. Neither are confirmed to be guaranteed coming out, at least in TV form or film form. But yeah, right now it's delayed indefinitely. That going on, but it's unfortunate. But yet again, they convinced me to do that. But I get a chance to live, to hang out with friends and all that. So no harm, no foul. Man. Yeah. And then we got one last question. Obviously, not as many questions as MP. What is next for your career? What is next for my career, man? That's honestly too early to say, man. My dad, Tiger, he rich as hell. He could probably just provide me with whatever I need for my entire life. But obviously, I don't want to live like that. I want to, get a job. I want to do all that. I got my guy. We formed obviously that company. My boy Trevor. He's the son of a good friend of my dad, actually. Pooches. Probably know her. You should know her. But he's her son. We both formed a company. We produce games and other media and all that, and it's fun. So yeah, man, I really do enjoy that. I do be playing sports of that. I be playing sports, So I'm busy with all that. But what's next in my career? I don't know, man. I just want to chill. I just want to chill out. I'm not gonna lie. I just want to chill, bro. Okay. Well, thank you, RP, for coming here. And this is the end, which means that we gotta bring our guy MP back on the mic one last time for the announcement. MP. What's up, guys? Okay. Well, my second album, my second LP, my second album, whatever you want to call it, Picale, will be releasing on May 13th, 2026. And this is a snippet from one of the songs on my album, on my next album. So, yeah. Alright, well, let's hear it.